just senseless and tragic. Thank you for that report. And less than 24 hours later and 2 miles down the road, more violence inside a different Tacoma convenience store. Just before 3 o'clock this afternoon, you can see two people walking around the Easy Mart. They have the clerk on the ground with his hands behind his head. I know this is not the video yet, but that is what the surveillance video showed. And police say these robbers are just teenagers. The pair was arrested not far from the Southbound 911 office in Pacific Avenue South.
Fox 13's Dave Detling live at the scene moments after it happened. One Good Samaritan says one of the suspects actually fired a shot at her. Dave?
Talk about a very scary situation. We're at the intersection of Pacific Avenue and Division Lane. This is where that Good Samaritan says she had an interaction with those two suspects after following them. They were on foot. She was in her car. She says they were actually throwing stolen merchandise over this fence. That's when one single shot was fired. Luckily, it did not hit her. Here's what happened just hours ago.
I'm just glad that I'm alive.
Those words coming at the tail end of a Tacoma robbery that started at this Easy Mart convenience store on Pacific Avenue.
It's just an annoyance factor that this happens all the time.
Surveillance video shows two masked men robbing the store around 2 in the afternoon. One of them is armed with a gun, forcing the store clerk down to the ground. As they leave, a customer follows them. We've changed her name and are not showing her face because of what happened next.
Tried to do the Good Samaritan thing, just ease off, call 911. And after a couple alleyways and whatnot, we teed off, and I did not expect in like a moment, all of a sudden shots are fired.
That single shot hit her car tire. She immediately drove back to the corner store for safety and continued talking to dispatch.
You know, at least at this very moment, we're all alive, and the gun was taken off the street.
Tacoma police arrested the pair who they say are 18 and 16 years old.
The nonsense behind that. Someone's just trying to step in and ask them to make a better decision. And instead of them realizing, like, yeah, maybe we're taking this too far, their answer is to pull out a pistol and shoot.
Patrick Wainscott lives on Division Lane where the shot was fired. Sadly, he says the crime in the area has gotten out of control, and knowing the latest incident involved youth and guns is troubling.
I mean, they could have ended up shooting somebody, killing somebody, and putting the rest of their lives, putting themselves behind a cage for what?
And Tacoma police say the 18 and 16-year-olds are facing a number of charges, including robbery and assault. I did check in about that store clerk who was on the ground with his hands behind his head. The store manager said his coworker and employee is doing okay. He is resilient. But again, this situation could have been a lot worse. Again, one single gunshot. Luckily, it hit that individual's tire. We're live in Tacoma tonight. Dave Detling, Fox 13 News.